I'd like to tell you a story about why children come to live with us. Children like these three young ladies here who live in the Father A Children's Home. And I'll tell you a story about three brothers who lived in northern Thailand with their mother, their father, and their grandparents. And they were very poor. The mother and father barely had any education. But they were a happy family. And the boys went to school, and the parents sold garlands on the side of the road. Not earning a lot of money, but enough for food. And then the mother passed away. So the father was left with a 7-year-old, a 9-year-old, and a 10-year-old boy to look after. But the job he did, he found it very difficult to earn enough money. So he took the boys out of school so that they could help him work and earn enough money. One day, one of our teachers just happened to be passing by and stopped and spoke to the father, and he explained his problems. And so she explained about our work here in Pattaya. So after a few months, the father did what he thought was best for his sons. He packed their bags and told them they would come to Pattaya. Now, Pattaya is a bit like, if you're from the UK, London. People think the streets are paved with gold. And he brought his sons here. They were so excited to come to Pattaya. First thing they did, they went to the beach. They'd never seen the sea. So they went to the beach, had a swim, and then they walked 5 miles from the beach to the Father A Children's Home. And it was when they got there that the father told his sons that he was going to leave them here. They'd already lost their mother. They'd said goodbye to their grandparents. And when you're 10 years of age, 9 and 7, the last thing you want to do is, your dad telling you that he doesn't love you. And people ask me, how can parents put their kids in a children's home or an orphanage? And on many occasions, it's because, like this father, he loved his sons, but he wanted a better life for them. So we agreed that we would look after these boys, and on the day the father brought them to us, that Sunday, he then had to leave. The longer he stayed with us, the worse the upset the children got. So he left. And we watched as the father walked away. And he had to listen to his kids screaming for him, his 3 boys screaming for him. And then walk all the way back down to the bus station, and then back home to look after his own parents. Unfortunately, he passed away not long after leaving his boys with us. So he never got to see his boys again. But that was 8.5 years ago, and a lot has happened since then. And I'm sure you'd like to know what's happened to these 3 brothers since then. But I'm not going to tell you just yet. Instead, I'm going to introduce a group of boys from the Father A Children's Home who are going to do an exhibition of Muay Thai or Thai boxing. And they will beat each other up, they will kick each other, they will punch each other, but this is Thailand, so they will do it with a smile on their face. Ladies and gentlemen, please enjoy. Ladies and gentlemen, even when they beat each other up, they smile. It's right, they're not going to fight me now. I told you a story earlier on about three brothers who came to live with us. Who came to live with us a few years ago. This is, as you can see, the elder boy who's now 19 years of age. And a couple of years ago, Pai and Bei received scholarships to one of the best schools in the province. Last month, Pai graduated from grade 12. And later this year, he will go on to university to study for a degree in physiotherapy. Bei is about to go into his final year at school. And next year, he will go to medical school because he wants to be a dentist. And we asked him why he wants to be a dentist. And he said it's so that he can help all his brothers and sisters at the children's home. The young man, at the end here, is still in school. But until recently, when we asked him what he wanted to be when he grew up, he wanted to be a football player. Yeah? But now he's decided if he can't do that, he's going to be a chef. So they've come a long way from working on the street selling flowers, and I'm sure their parents would be very proud of them. So please, come clap. All the children you've seen here today on stage have the same opportunity as these boys. Even the little boys who came on first dancing out of tune, well, they will have the same opportunities to go to college or vocational school if they want to.